What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we're doing something slightly bit different. Today we're talking cars. We're talking in real life cars. Obviously I'm a gaming channel at heart. That's kind of what I've grown everything off. That's what I, got into YouTube for. But I'm a car guy. This channel's about cars as well. I've talked about cars many times before. I mean, it is a racing channel, so makes sense. And it's been a while since I did an R32 type build on the channel or anything like that. I think the last time would have been Forza Horizon 3. Obviously, a lot of people have subscribed since then, and they may not know that the R32 Gtr is my favourite car. And I've never really made a build, or I've never really made a video explaining exactly what my perfect R32 build would be, with the exact body parts and all that kind of stuff. So I thought I'd do that here, talk a bit about the R32, because I was actually looking through the classifieds, the Japanese classifieds last night, the used cars. I was going through auction sites and stuff, and I was just looking through, and it got me really excited. It's going to be a while till I get an R32 because of insurance and because of the price of it, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I just wanted to rant about it for a bit because, like I said, it's my favourite car. A lot of people might not know, and even if you've been subscribed to the channel for a long time, you may not know specifically what I want. So first, we should probably talk about why it's my favourite car. Now, I've always loved GTRs, period. When I was a little kid, a really real little kid, I didn't know the 34 and the 32 existed. I assumed the only Skyline was the 34 because that was the one that was in Fast and Furious. I was one in all the Need for Speed games. So I actually didn't realise until later on that there was a 33 and a 32. So initially, the 34 was actually my favourite car. I just loved the 34 Skyline. And then I would say when I went into secondary school, I kind of realised, oh, there was a 33, R33. I didn't realise that the Skyline had more than one model. And then I found the 32, and the 32 is my favourite. So I kind of went backwards, really, if you think about it. It started off with the 34, then it went to the 33, then it went to the 32. And ever since I, first saw a 32, I'm still in love with it. I love it. I think everything from the 90s late 80s, 90s, the lines the car has, the way it looks, obviously the sporting pedigree behind it. It's not a slow car, it's a fucking mad car. When I first actually looked at the car and stuff, obviously Bathurst and all that kind of stuff, that wasn't something which made me fall in love with it. It was just the looks and the sound and the presence it has. But obviously when you look a bit further and look that there is history into the car, it's just kind of cool to know that that is a thing. And the fun fact is, I've actually only seen 2 on the road. I think I've seen a bunch at shows and stuff, but actually on the road I've seen 2. I think I saw a grey one and a white one, I think. And white, oh my god. Oh yeah, white is what I would have in R32. And anyway, let's talk a bit about my perfect R32. Let's talk about, in an ideal world, what would I do to it? What kind of body kits would I put on it? What upgrades would I put on it? What is my perfect Skyline? So like I said a minute ago, it'd have to be white. I don't know what it is. I was kind of dabbling with midnight purple would be sick. I've always been a fan of midnight purple, but recently just ice white. I don't know what it is. The past few years, ice white has, I think, just suits the car better for me. Although midnight purple would be cool just to get for a wrap, because obviously you can take a wrap off anyway. I think I dabble between the two, but the base colour, it'd have to be white. I absolutely love white on the R32. In terms of body parts, I'm not going to go too in depth because I'm sure a lot of you guys probably don't know what I'm going to be talking about, because everything I'm going to be talking about now is a bit a niche, I wouldn't get a rocket bunny kit or anything like that for the R32. It definitely suits certain cars. I think it's more suited to modern cars like rocket bunny kits and Liberty Walk kits, but for older cars I wouldn't do that. I am so overexposed. Right, so for a body kit, I'd put the Veilslide Evolution 2 kit on. I'll put a picture up of it now. I'm assuming a lot of people probably don't know what that kit is. It's just great. It's basically just a normal R32, but it's wider. It's so much wider. I'd probably only put the fenders and the front bumper and the side skirts on. I wouldn't put the rear bumper on, but it just gives the car so much more presence than it already has, and it keeps the original lines. It doesn't really tamper with the original lines of the car. I think is just gorgeous. I'd get a Rocket Dancer spoiler on the back. If you don't know what that is, again, I'll post a picture up of that now. S13Ps, otherwise known as Workmeisters. You probably know these from Need for Speed. It was the same type of rim that was on the BRZ from the E3 demo from Need for Speed, except it's got like drill holes or drill nuts around the edges. I'd definitely get some of those. My favorite rims of all time, and they go on pretty much any car like perfectly. And then obviously, in a perfect world, I'd put it on coils. I'd probably have it running around 360, 400 horsepower. I don't think I would need any more for that, to be honest, because I'm not gonna like particularly be tracking it. If I was to get an R32, I'd want it to make it the ultimate road car. I'd redo the interior. I'd put like Bride Lomax bucket seats inside. I'd like Alcantara and leather everything out. That's the type of thing I'd do. Obviously, alongside that, I'd have a track car, something a bit more hardcore. But for my R32, I'd want that to be a cruiser, like a hardcore cruiser. Running 400 brake isn't a slow car either. I think 400 is enough for the road, and you know, with my vision of what I'd like it to be like, oh, I can only imagine. The closest I've been in a game to creating that car was actually on GTA Online. I haven't been closer because that actually had the Veal Slide wide arches on. No other game has had the wide arches on. Not Need for Speed, not Forza, not Midnight, nothing has ever had that. So Midnight and GTA Online was actually the closest I ever got to recreating that car in a game. I'd say that it was pretty much perfect, to be honest. Right, now let's talk about the elephant in the room. When would I want to get one, or when do I think I can get one? So it's definitely not going to be happening in the next like 3 years. Only reason being, an R32 is like one of the most expensive cars to insure like in the country. I don't know what it is. I think it's the fact it's all-wheel drive. It's a Skyline, and I think they're stolen quite a lot. The fact it's got the Skyline name is enough for insurance premiums to go up. You'll find, you know, like cars with like Type R or like Renault Sport or like, you know, GTR badges, they tend to go up in price just because of the name and the presence they have. So obviously they're more kind of desirable and they're more eligible to be stolen, sort of thing. You're looking at a good 3 years, and that's if I don't crash again. If I do crash, you're looking at least 6. So I'm hoping I don't crash. I don't want to crash. That wouldn't be a good time, really. It was a bit rough when I did it last time. Also, prices have gone through the roof. If you want to get a really nice condition one, you're going to have to be spending around £30,000. I'd be looking at one for probably like 20 to 25,000. You could probably get one, maybe it's got a few mods already on, but nothing too major, like maybe an exhaust or something like that. And that's completely fine, because again, that's stuff I'd end up doing myself anyway, like an exhaust and, you know, downpipes and all that kind of thing. I wouldn't go crazy with it, but if it's already got like a HKS exhaust on the back or a custom exhaust on the back, that doesn't really bother me too much. So I'm probably looking for something around 20 to 25k. I think I've set a personal goal of mine to get one in the next 5 years. It really depends on what I do with, not my next car, but the one after. Because obviously for my next car, I'm going to get something just like an insure, because insurance is a bitch after the fact I crashed. But, you know, it really depends if I want to get like a BRZ or a Type R or something like that, or an EK9 or something like that, really. If I was to get like an EK9 or a BRZ, I wouldn't get an R32 for a good 6 or 7 years. But if I wanted to get an R32, you know, straight away after this next car, which is probably going to be like a Clio or a Seat Ibiza or a Seat Me or something like that, it's possible I could have that in the next 5 years. I think also when R34s become legal in the US, the prices of R32s will go down, because a lot of people will be buying R34s instead of 32s, because obviously another Skyline is available, and I think 33s as well. So I think that's definitely going to play a factor. And obviously with Brexit and stuff, the price of 32s has jumped significantly. If you wanted to get a virtually stock 32, which had done like hardly near to no miles before Brexit, it would have been around 25k. If you want that same condition one now, it's going to be at least 50, I can guarantee. But yeah, I just wanted to rant a bit about that. I don't really talk cars much on the channel, but last night I was looking through the classifieds and I just got addicted. I was looking through and it just signified, it just stamped that mark that the 32 is my favorite car, and I need one in my life. Like I said, when I get one, I have got huge plans for that car. I already know what I want to do to it. I've already got a vision in my head. It's hard to explain in a video right now, but in my head I've got a vision, you know, like with the Bride Lomax seats, with the Technica straps, you know, with all of the Veal Slide. I've got a vision. I've had this vision in my head for over 2 years now. I want it. I need it in my life. I need an R32 in my life. So that pretty much rounds it up for this video. I just wanted to make a video just talking and ranting for a bit, because I haven't talked cars on the channel for a while, and the 32 is just the car I want. I think in the end of the day, I'd have my 32 and a daily of some sort. I don't know what the daily would be. It would probably be something German, to be honest. But yeah, the 32 and a daily. And then if we're talking like a dream car which I can never obtain, which is ridiculous, because obviously the 32 is obtainable. I wouldn't say it's a dream car, I'd just say it's one of my favourite cars. A dream car is a Lamborghini Murcielago, straight off the Hot Pursuit 2 cover car. That one. That for me, if I could get one of those one day, I think all my goals would have been complete at that point. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. What's your dream car? Let me know specifically the builds. What do you think of R32s? If the R32 is your dream car, let me know down in the comment section below as well. I'm really interested. Like, if what you do is if you just leave a comment, so you say something like Mazda RX-7, and then you say like, I want the Vilsai Fortuné kit with this spoiler and this rims. Set it up and make it simple. So like body kit, rims, hood, interior stuff like that. Like, you know, make it kind of simple like I did. Don't go into like all the specific engine tunes and stuff, because we could be here for days talking about that. I'm honestly not that well versed in all of the engine stuff yet. It's something that I want to improve on. I'm not, well, I know the basics of engine tuning and, you know, making the most out of your car from that way, but I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a genius, because I'm really not. It's one of those things, eventually once I get, you know, something which is a platform, I want to learn it myself, I want to do it myself. Things like wide bodies and all that kind of thing is stuff that I'd leave to the professionals. I would not trust myself with a $4 grand wide body to put it on myself and mold it in myself. No. But exhausts and like downpipes and all the easy stuff and like just putting in a turbo, I think I could do that myself. But you know, all the intricate things like in like putting in rims and stuff, like all that kind of things, like all that, replacing the tires, all those things I could do myself. But all the more intricate things, I couldn't trust myself with it, especially wide bodies. I think the wide bodies and how people mold them in, I could not trust myself with that. But I definitely do want to do some more stuff myself. I know I've got a friend who owns an EP2, a Civic, and he's like, you know, going to start customizing that soon. So I'm definitely going to give him a hand with that, and I'll probably end up vlogging that too. But anyway, I'm going off topic. Let me know your dream builds down in the comment section down below. But that's been it from me today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. You guys have an awesome, stay safe, and peace.